It was the first week of Phase 2 of Classic TBC, and this was my shopping cart for the Merciless PvP season. As you can see, most of it is PvP gear, with one exception. A secret BIS item from the new SSC raid. There was one problem. I was stuck because my Phase 1 raiding group disbanded. Luckily though, another raid group from my guild were looking for a healer for their Gruul and Magterodon runs, with the possibility of having a spot for the SSC after that. A chance is all I needed, and even though I played mostly Shadow in Phase 1 and had some really questionable healing gear, I knew how to make a good impression. And so my trial had begun. After some intense priority healing, I also made sure to solidify my bond with the Loot Master before heading out to Magterodon's lair. Mag fell off really quickly with my insane healing, of course. Oh! Man down! Man down!
Just fucking push him!
Kill the boss!
Push the fucking boss!
Kalane, which gave me hope for SSC. Maybe we could clear it pretty smoothly. And not only that, but the healing staff dropped and I even got it. This meant one thing. I was now part of the pack and I was accepted in the following SSC run. Excellent. The raid was gonna start at 8 PM server time and we were supposed to be there for at least 4 hours. This meant 1 AM to 5 AM for me. A non-issue for a degenerate like myself. Then, during the next 20 minutes we had until everyone came online for the raid, I did my research, won my daily BG, and was also asked to fill in my SR for the run. SR stands for Soft Reserve, and it basically means that everyone picks an item from the raid, and if it drops, you get it. The item I was after was the Seal of Danzalar, a Prot Paladin item that is incidentally BIS for Shadow in PvP. Not only because of the spell power, stamina, and really high resilience, but more so because of the extra armor, which is very rare on a caster ring. The armor on this item alone is the equivalent of having 2 out of 3 points improved inner fire. It's a big deal. I had to have it. So I locked it in. One small problem was we did have a Prot Paladin, but he did say,
I'm not gonna soft res it though, there's better upgrades and I'm probably gonna see it again, right? So yeah, I would roll on it, but if you soft res it, you'd get it.
excellent. And so our adventure had begun. The first boss was very simple. It was this big water elemental, and all you have to do is just stop damage.
Stop damage.
Up damage.
Stop damage, guys! Stop damage, guys! Guys, too much damage, guys! Stop damage!
That's all you gotta do, and the boss dies. It was very simple.
Easy one shot.
Then, on our way to the second boss, we got a nice tank epic trinket drop, raising the team morale for the encounter to come. This was the Fish boss. This was the boss I needed for my super special awesome sexy ring. Fish boss was definitely harder than the first boss, simply stopping damage didn't do it, and not only that, but this boss also had a giant Coom laser, he would throw us into the lava water, and he even had a bunch of friends. But my job as a healer was to make sure nobody dies. Everybody died, but we are true gamers, and real gamers never give up.
I can pick them up if I get an MD on one.
Yeah.
DPS at this point.
Good swing, good. I top.
Yeah, I would put. Good job with this. Oh.
Be in front, don't be in.
The situation was growing desperate, and even though I signed up as a healer, people were dropping like flies. I had failed as a healer, so I was forced to go back to what I knew best. It was then that I pulled out my wand
It's fine.
and took things into my own hands.
Nice job, guys.
Did the ring drop? Of course it did.
And Bonnie did.
I did too.
Wait. What? Oh no, this I cannot allow. But I also can't do anything about it. Turns out our Prot Paladin had a little change of heart, and he decided to actually SR the same ring. Now to be fair, he did say when the ring dropped, He did want me to just get it because he promised, you know, if I SR it, I would get it. However, the raid leader wasn't very happy with that. He said no changing of SRs, and if we both SR it, we should roll for it. Now I know how these things go. It's not my first rodeo, it's not my first roll, and I know if I lose this roll, I'm not even gonna see the ring ever again. And what made things even worse is that we were gonna wait for almost 2 hours before we would actually roll on it, so I was stuck in this uneasy feeling of anxiety for a while. Luckily, my class is not exactly rocket surgery, so I got by pretty easy. Thanks to my insane experience as a healer, of course. Next, we had to fight a demon hunter from retail, and just like every other boss, he had some threat mechanics that nobody truly understands, but he also had these demons that spawned on random people, trying to mind control them, and only those people were able to attack the demons. I was obviously lucky enough to be chosen, but it wasn't a problem, of course, for I was a priest, the most offensive healer there is. He resisted everything and I was Zoom, so of course I died. It was all calculated, however, because not only did I get to heal freely in my angel form, but I also came back with Soulstone. And then I died again. I think my group understood the threat management part better because we somehow got to one-shot him. At this point, 2 hours had passed since we downed the first boss, and we had to roll on these super juicy healing bracers. Now these were on nobody's SR, so they were open to roll. They were an upgrade for me, so I rolled. And I rolled a 91. To any normal person, this would seem like a win. However, to the true gambling fiends out there, you know that I just wasted my good roll before we got to the ring. I won the bracers, but the anxiety situation was growing critical. At this point, we were told that 2 hours are up from the first boss, so we might as well roll on all the loot right now. Panic. It was time. He rolled a 16. Burst of optimism. I have an 84% chance of winning this. And then... Did you get it? Of course I did. I was now truly free. No point in raiding this tier for PvP items. Having found inner peace, I felt obligated to pay back the good karma points. So I offered the healing bracers back to the raid leader so that he may have them rolled once again, since I wasn't planning on healing PvE this tier anymore. He put them up for roll, we rolled, and I won them yet again. I guess it was just meant to be. But then I saw this other priest still using level 60 bracers, so I decided to give it to him and make his day a little better. We wrapped it up by disposing of this thick boy and his Murloc friends, and then we also had an attempt at Lady Vaj, but
That's why you want 4 hunters.
I need
because
someone
you spread
close to
them out
truffles.
around the-
Can you run past me?
that's a little irrelevant to the story. We ended the raid at around 5 AM, earning me the title of complete degenerate, but it was all worth it. I don't know how I got so lucky. Maybe it's a sign from the Blizzard gods that I'm truly meant to play Shadow in PvP this season, or maybe it was the good boy points I got from saving this Draenei Queen. I will save the Goat Queen. You open the door for the Queen. Go, Queen! No! I saved her. Regardless of the reason, we got what we wanted, and I am now free.